Greetings, my V family all over the world. This is your chief in the beautiful, amazing, unbelievable city of Dubai. We don't have Lorindia in the camera. Now we have the head of communications and PR of QNet, Wiki, behind the camera. All right, we have a lot of amazing people. We have Martin Reno, Nasib here, Trevor, Vino, Mohanad. All right, Amril, everyone standing around while I'm recording my Wednesday message by the swimming pool, looking at the Burj Khalifa right in front of me. Okay, and as you know, I finished Achievers Club in Rome. The social media is rocking, so please watch everything from Rome, the Achievers Club. And I decided to stop in Dubai to meet our unbelievable warriors of Japa in Dato Sri Vijay. And today, after meeting, I think maybe 20, 30, 40 leaders today, I want to communicate one clear, distinct message to you. And I want you to empty your cup and listen, and don't let it come out here. Let it go here, here, and travel here. All right, this is a message from your chief. All right, on why you are struggling to achieve your goals. Why you're struggling to believe that max out is possible. Why you have moments of doubt, self-doubt, frustration, everything. All right, so let's go back in the past. Let's go back in your journey of life to the day you started networking. All right, the day you started networking, if you remember that day, it was your most exciting time because you're starting something new. You're part of QNet. You're talking to people. You prepared your name list. All right, you got sign-ups from your hot zone. You got rejected by some people, but your excitement was stronger. Your dream was stronger than the rejection. You had great relationships with your upline. You were in student mode. Everything taught to you was brand new and like, wow, I didn't know. Wow. You watched my first video, Welcome, 8 Basic Building Blocks, was wow. All right? And that was when I call it the stage when you were 100% a networker. That is the most beautiful time of a networker's journey. That is the most effective, productive, result-oriented period of a networker's life. When they were 100% purely a networker. They were not an upline. They were not a leader. They were not a mentor. They were not a guruji. They were not a strategic thinking upline. They were just a raw, hardcore networker, hungry for that first check, hungry for that second check, just to believe the business works, hungry for the third, fourth, fifth checks to buy something new like an iPhone, all right, or a first Swiss watch, or upgrade your two-wheeler to a four-wheeler. You understand? All right, or maybe move apartment for the first time, or buy something for Amma or Papa, your mom or dad, that you promised them long time ago, or change the TV in your house to HD, or buy a microwave, or not microwave, it's the steam, food steamer. I don't believe in microwave anymore, right? Food steamer, or whatever, all right? Or pay for your little brother's education. You were so driven, so passionate, even for a $500 check, you celebrated like you won the World Olympic Games. And then what happened? As you continued building, the networker in you, that 100%, started to drop slowly but surely. You became an 80% networker. And the 20% was upline, leader, cynic, all right, doubtful, fearful person, unsure whether you should go full-time or not, unsure whether your market will survive or not, all right? You started to self-doubt, and the networker in you started to shrink. And even if you became successful and you started to see bigger checks, even if you got closer to max out, that networker in you started to shrink more and more, and you became like a guruji, like a mentor. And the only thing you did with people was to guide them about life, spiritual enlightenment, all right, deep stuff, you understand? And what happens to many people who achieve success, and why they struggle to maintain that success, or why they lose that success and struggle to get it back, is because by the end of that whole period, which could be 2 years, 3 years, the networker in you has dropped to below 10%. And then you start to wonder why you don't feel switched on. You start to wonder why you don't have excitement in this journey anymore. Because all you do is handle issues, strategic thinking, but you no longer do what made you happy. You no longer do what got you here. You no longer do what gave you that butterflies in your stomach, the uncertainty of a yes or no from the prospect. You stop being a network. And this is my observation. Today when I sit down everywhere, everyone thinks they are a leader. Everyone thinks they are Guruji. Now maybe you need to be a leader. Maybe you need to be a mentor. But at what level? If you started thinking like a mentor at 10,000 US a week, okay. If you started thinking like a mentor at max out, okay. But the problem is the people below you duplicate you too soon. And then you have a moron earning 250 a week and he has become a mentor because he saw you becoming a mentor. Now, everyone in your organization wants to be an upline, wants to be a trainer, wants to be a strategic thinker, wants to be a mentor, wants to be a Guruji. Where are the networkers? Where are the networkers? So today I have organizations around the world where there's 80% leaders and 20% networkers. Where in reality, throughout your journey of networking, even after 27 years, you only need 20% focus on leadership and 80% focus on networking. And because of this syndrome, the leadership syndrome, the ego-driven downfall of networkers when they think they're all supposed to be floating on the clouds and guiding people, you understand, the Guruji syndrome, you lack networkers. And when you lack networkers or you don't have enough networkers, all right, what happens is presentation quantity starts to drop. And when presentation quantity starts to drop, sign-ups start to drop. When sign-ups start to drop, BV starts to drop. When BV starts to drop, people's commission starts to drop and less people start earning. That's why your chief, your gorgeous upline, representing the great ones, Japa and Dato Sri Vijay, all right, decided to launch Rule 3. My intent of Rule 3, my purpose of Rule 3 is to change the ratio back again to 80% networkers, 20% leadership. So don't be desperate to be a leader. It's not a fun place. It's a huge responsibility. I am a leader. I'm the upline to the world. My life is tough. I'd rather just be a networker and do presentation and earn checks with no headache and let, Dato and Japa handle all my headaches, but now they make me responsible. All right? So don't fall into the leadership trap. Don't let your ego push you to be a divine mentor upline. All right? Remain a networker as long as you can. Avoid being a leader. Avoid the stress of leadership. Remain a networker. Focus on what you are good at. Focus on what gives you joy. Focus on what rhythm is about. Focus. All right? On changing lives. And you only can do that as you remain a networker. So look at your percentage. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. How many percent of you today are networker? And how many percent of you are all the other bullsugar? Leadership, self-appointed leader, self-appointed Guruji, self-appointed strategic trainer. And this, oh my God, everyone wants to be a trainer. Everyone wants to be the greatest speaker. I don't want to be a trainer. I'm not a trainer. I'm an upline. I'm a networker first. Networker first. Networker first. So do a self-evaluation. Be honest with yourself. How many percent of you, all right, is this upline, trainer, strategic thinking, divine Guruji upline? And how many percent of you is the guy who pulls out the name list and calls the next prospect tomorrow to do a presentation? How many percent of you is in love with Rule 3? How many percent of you is in love with doing what networking is about, which is presentation? How many percent of you? If it's less than 80% of networker, something is wrong with you. You're making a mistake. That will explain why your checks are not growing. Because you're focused on the wrong activity. There's enough leaders. I am there. Me alone is enough leadership for the whole global network. You just shut up and network. Don't worry about leadership matters. Bring your people to ISB. Bring your people to VCon. I'll put them in front of the great ones, Japa and Dato Sri. We will lead them. I want you to remain a networker. Die a networker. Build as a networker. Be a max out networker. Be a max out networker. That's my new term. No more max out king or queen. Max out networker. Get me a t-shirt, Edwin, if you're watching this. Max out networker. Are you guys with me? So the percentage of networker in you must never come below 80%. Everything else only requires 20%. And study your network. The majority of people are no longer networkers. They all hold hands and sing leadership kumbaya. Are you guys with me? Change that. Remember, what got you here, with whatever success you see today, what got you here was not your leadership. Right? All leadership is done by us. What got you here was the networker in you. And what is going to get you to the next level is the networker in you. What is going to get you to max out, baby, is the networker in you. So stop aiming for anything. Your goal now is to be a max out networker. Always. This is your chief saying, Habibi, Habibti, come to Dubai.